Hello and welcome to a combo, Session 0 and Level Up. I'm here with Beth, because we're going to level up Mooxhu, but I'm also here with Melissa to make a character for D&D.
Yay!
Melissa's always been behind the scenes, but she's never played, but she's going to be playing this year, so yay! All right, so we're going to do Beth's level up first because it's super easy. So Beth, going from level 5 to level 6, change that level. Up by Paladin at the top where it says 5, change that to 6. And then you get hit points, which is going to be, what's your Constitution modifier? +3? So you add 13 more to your max. What are you at now?
Plus how much?
No, not that. To your maximum hit points, the thing that's up there.
Oh, I'm sorry. 66.
So add 13 more.
Shit.
Now what is it?
79.
79 hit points. You are just a tank.
I do
Okay,
not have
so
a
now, are you ready?
eraser.
Are you excited?
Yes.
The biggest thing of level 6?
Yes.
In your note thing over here, write down aura, A-U-R-A, of protection.
Ooh.
And I will read this to you and help you make a note.
Okay.
10 feet, friends, gain, plus, what's your charisma modifier?
It's 18 plus 4.
So it's +4 to saving throws.
Oh. So during battles and stuff?
Yeah, so basically like, here I'll give you an example. Let's say that the whole group of you are like fighting a dragon.
Okay.
And the dragon's like, rah, and it breathes something at you. And everybody has to make a saving throw.
Okay.
They get to add your +4 bonus, as long as they're within 10 feet of you, to their saving throw. That's like just all the time. That's
Teamwork.
like a thing.
Wow.
Teamwork.
Yeah. You are the light.
Thank you.
How does that level up feel? Good?
Feels good.
Okay, you're done. Bye. All right, Shorty, we have to do your character now. So we were talking off screen about you, and you're like, I want to make a ninja.
Yes.
And basically you can, thanks to the power of the monk class.
Yes.
Now, monks are super cool and super friendly. They don't have to be. Actually, I just made that part up. And the greater question is what race to make, because, you know, the choice of a race is always important.
Yes.
And we talked about elves, we talked about, you know, halflings and gnomes, but you wanted to make a medium-sized creature. So humans are a great option, actually, because they're very flexible. They have a lot of options and different things that you can do with them. And the variant human basically means that you kind of customize your human a little bit. Using point buy, you actually get better stats. 15, 15, 14, 10, 8, 8 is better than 14, 12, 11, 10, 11, 13. Yes, it totally is. Okay, and here's why. As a human, a variant human, as it were, you get to add in a +1 to 2 of your stats,
Okay.
which is rather clutch and important.
Very clutch.
So those 15s can become 16s, which is soups important. And for a monk, you want to have a high dexterity and a high wisdom. So what you're going to do is, in the big box there, you're going to write 16 for dexterity and 16 for wisdom. Okay, then you have a 14, which should probably go into Constitution, because that gives you more hit points. So write down 14 in Constitution. Then you have a 10, which should probably go in Intelligence, or Charisma, or Strength. Now, you don't truly need Strength, because you can use your Dexterity modifier for all of your Kung Fu.
Can I put 10 in charisma?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do that.
And then 8 Strength, and 8 Intelligence. Now, 8 is not bad, it's just average.
Okay.
Like 6th grade average.
Okay.
So it's
Alright,
fine.
fair.
It'll be fine.
Fair.
All right, then you have modifiers. So it's a -1 in that little thing right there for strength. +3. Actually, wait. Yeah, +3. +2 for Constitution. +3 for Wisdom. And any 8s are a -1, and the 10 is just a 0. It's not a plus or a minus.
Any 8s are a -1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so so here's what you're gonna write down. Class level. So you're gonna write down monk 6. Race human.
6. Human.
Now as a variant human, we already gave you your 2 bonuses. You also get a bonus skill that you get to choose off of anything, and you get a feat. And feats are really cool. We'll get into what those mean in a second. But let's talk about being a monk. So monks have their main thing is wisdom, is how they kind of channel their powers. It's like kind of like their most important thing, and dexterity. Those are their 2 main things that kind of affect how they perform. You have proficiency in strength and dexterity saving throws. So fill in the little circle next to strength and the little circle next to dexterity. Okay. Then, you said for your background you wanted to be a urchin.
Yes.
You're a street kid.
Yes.
Okay, good. I like that.
Thuggish, but
So,
not too thuggish.
as a urchin, so write down background. Urchin.
E-R.
U-R-C-H-I-N.
U.
U-R-C-H-I-N.
Yes.
I was an outlander.
U-R-C-H-I-N.
Okay. Urchins get proficiency in 2 things, sleight of hand and stealth. So fill in the little circle down here next to sleight of hand and the little one next to stealth. And then below that, write down here languages, common. That means you speak common, which is basically like the language that everybody speaks.
Okay.
And then below common, you get 2 more tool proficiencies, disguise kit and thieves tools. Ninja.
So both of
Yeah,
them?
so write down disguise kit and then thieves tools. Okay, then you get some free stuff, which you're gonna write down here. So you get a small knife,
Small knife.
a
Got it.
pet mouse,
Oh. Cute.
common clothes, and you get 10 gold pieces. So here's all the money counters. That's platinum, gold, electrum, silver, and copper. You get 10.
Okay.
Okay, over here, write down feature, city secrets.
Do I know the secrets of the city?
Yeah, basically. You know the secret patterns and flow to cities and can find passages through the urban sprawl that others would miss. When you are not in combat, you and companions you lead can travel between any 2 locations in the city twice as fast as your speed would normally allow.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know shortcuts. You're like, go down that alley.
Sewers.
Yeah, sewers, whatever.
Yes.
With your mouse.
Okay.
Yes.
So, now that you have those backgrounds in order, now we're going to take a look at the monk. So, as a 6th level monk, you have a +3 proficiency bonus. So, write +3 in there. You have, for your martial arts attacks, so write down over here, just write down fist. Yeah, we'll get there in a minute. You have, right down here, key points. So it's K-I, key points.
K-I.
Some people pronounce it chi, kai, or ki. You have 6. Your movement, while you were unarmored, goes up by 15. So that means you have a speed of 45,
That.
which is significant.
Yes.
Normal people move at 30. You move at 45.
Good.
So you are ninja-like fast.
Yes.
All right, now we have to go through this massive list. Oh, wait, there's one other thing. As a monk, you get to choose another proficiency with artisan's tools or a musical instrument. So you can either have a musical instrument like a monk flute,
Yes.
or, you know, anything, or artisan's tools. So if you want to be like calligraphy, painting, glass blowing, ceramics.
I like the artisan tools.
Okay, so you can figure out what that's going to be later. You also get a explorer's pack. Write that down. 10 darts,
10 darts. Oh my god, like poisonous darts?
They could be. You have friends that know how to make poison.
Who?
Some of your friends. Also, at level 4, you get an ability score improvement, which means you get to add 2 to one of your things.
I have protection.
Now,
skills.
you might want that to be wisdom. You might want that to be dexterity. So let me see what this means here. Okay, so first thing, under your features here, write down martial arts.
Yes. Karate Kid. That's what I wanted.
So with martial arts, you get to use your dexterity instead of strength for your unarmed strikes and monk weapons.
Okay.
You don't need to write that down, I'll just know that. You can roll a d4 in place of normal damage for your fist, but yours is d6, which is dope because you're at 6th level. When you use the attack action with an unarmed strike or monk weapon, you can make one unarmed strike as a bonus action. So you could be like punch kick, or like punch elbow, or headbutt kick.
Good.
So you basically get like 2 things if you're
Double.
not using your bonus action.
Okay.
Which is pretty sweet. At 2nd level, you get your ki, your chi. You start knowing 3 such features: flurry of blows, patient defense. Okay, so you have, as a monk, you have kind of specific powers. They're not spells, they're like monk powers, and you fuel them, you can use them by using your key points. So you know how you have a pool of 6?
Yes.
When you take your like rest, you get those back.
Okay.
Okay? But basically you must spend at least 30 minutes of the rest meditating. Yeah, so actually you can get them back with a short or long rest. So under your key points, or right down like next to it, write short or long rest.
Okay.
So a short rest is like 4 hours, typically. A long rest is like 8 hours. Okay? So everybody has to sleep. Typically when you sleep, you're getting a long rest. You get some hit points back, but you also get your key points back. Okay, so some of your key features require your target to make a saving throw to resist the feature's effect. The saving throw DC is calculated as 8 plus your proficiency plus your wisdom. That's why wisdom is important. Okay, so under martial arts, write down flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows
So equals
equals
1 key,
1 key,
comma, 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
So basically what that means, if you're like, I activate for flurry of blows, you can do your normal like punch, and then with flurry of blows, you can go punch, punch, and add 2 more.
Okay.
Okay.
Spicy.
Next one is patient defense. Write it down under that. Patient defense. 1 key equals dodge bonus.
1 key equals dodge. That's not important.
So a dodge is something anybody can do, but it usually eats up their whole action, and it basically means like you're not attacking, you're just dodging. So anyone attacking you gets disadvantage. They roll 2 dice, and they take the lower of the 2. So instead of the 19, I would have to take the 5.
Oof.
You could do that by burning a key, and then you get like, you're just basically like just
Very ninja,
monkeying it out,
yes.
right? The third power is step of the wind. Write that down. Step of the wind. Equals 1 key, comma, disengage or dash bonus. That means you're spending a key and you can disengage from an opponent, which means you can step back without them attacking you, or you can dash. A dash is you can take an extra movement. So if, let's say like you're here and the bad guys are here, a normal person would be like, I run. You'd be like, I'm gonna do step of the wind. You'd be like, I run. Yeah. So it's like bonus movement. Okay, next cool thing, unarmored movement. Actually, you don't have to write that down. We already put that in. But I'll read this to you. Yeah, write it down. Unarmored movement. Okay, so that's how you get 45 instead of 30. Now at 9th level, which is a little bit away, You gain the ability to move along vertical surfaces and across liquids on your turn without falling.
Like I can
You
walk
could
on water.
you could run across a pond or a river.
I'm basically Jesus at this point.
Yeah.
Like monk
Or you could just
Jesus.
like straight up run up a wall, but like
This is
roof.
what I wanted, like a Spider-Man that meditates.
Yes. Okay. Then we have the monastic tradition. Now you said you wanted ninja, so we'll get to that because that's Way of the Shadow. But you also get deflect missiles. Look at all that stuff you have to write down.
So many things.
Deflect missiles equals reaction to deflect. You know what? Just write down page 78 because that shit's long. I'll summarize. Somebody shoots an arrow at you, you could be like, I'm going to deflect it. You can use your reaction and be like,
Yes.
you can even catch it.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So when you do it, the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus your dex plus your monk level. So at level 6, plus 3 is 9. You would basically be like, somebody shoots an arrow at you, and you'd be like, yeah, 18 damage, and their arrow only did like 8. You basically successfully deflect it. If you reduce the damage to 0, which you would have, then you can catch it. If you catch the missile in this way, you can spend another key point to make a ranged attack. You could straight up be like, and throw it back.
Oh my god.
It's like when Poe caught the energy ball and then he turned with it.
I am Poe.
In the second
From-
movie, and then he turned it around and fired the
Yes,
cannon
I know
back.
exactly what you're talking
You
about.
can literally deflect
I am
missiles.
Poe the panda. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then you have slow fall. Look at all these things. Slow fall equals reaction, reduce, fall, damage,
Reduce fall damage
by 30.
by 30.
Okay, so here's how this works. For every 10 feet of fall, you roll a d6 of damage. Let's say
Wow.
that you're gonna fall 1, 2, 3, 4, 50 feet. You just jump off of like a third-story roof. And normally, everybody else would take 9, 13, 16, 21 damage. You'd be like, nope. You just...
And I'm not even hurt.
Yep.
I'm not
Slow
even
fall.
hurt. Wow.
All right. Then, at 5th level, you get an extra attack. Why are monks so powerful?
Because they hold the brain power.
Yes. So write down extra attack. There's nothing to be said about that. It's just an extra attack.
Okay.
So I want you to calculate this, though. Let's say that you use Flurry of Blows
Okay.
twice.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4,
4,
5, 6. You could punch someone 6 times in one round.
Should have been a monk. Y'all should have been a monk.
Okay, next. Stunning Strike. Stunning Strike. Starting at 5th level, you can interfere with the flow of chi, I have to say chi,
Okay.
in an opponent's body. When you hit another creature with a melee weapon attack, you can spend 1 chi point to attempt a stunning strike. The target must succeed in a constitution saving throw or be stunned until the end of your next turn. Stunned. Like you're like...
Like a
and they're like-
taser? Like a oh, like frozen.
Yeah. Like they can't do anything.
Yes.
So you could like stun a monster and everybody else can just beat ass on it. And then the next round you'd be like, I stunned again. And then everybody just beats ass on
So
it.
it stays
So, like, I
stunned
don't
for
even
the whole
have to
turn.
do
As long as it
much.
fails its saving throw. I mean, you're burning through your chi, but... Okay. But wait, there's more. Chi-empowered strikes. Do you see the spelling on it? I told you you'd be bored, Beth.
Empowered.
Chi-empowered strikes.
That's not what I mean.
Empowered strike.
Oh my god. Equals
Equals
unarmed
unarmed
strike
strike.
counts as magical. So, what that means is, much like Abby's power to turn into a bear and then like her claws count as magical weapons against creatures who could only be damaged by magic,
Okay.
now you have that. And you don't have to power that with chi points. That just is.
I just do
So
that.
your fists basically count as magical weapons. Like, say there's a creature who a normal sword or pokey device doesn't do anything to it.
Yeah.
You're like, huzzah, psh, and then you punch it.
So I didn't even need to be
It
a
doesn't
wizard.
do extra damage. It just, your fists are literally magical.
Okay.
Or your feet or head or whatever
don't
you use to
turn
attack.
My elbow.
Okay, oh my god, you thought it was done, right? Nope.
Will I have to fill this whole thing up?
Maybe.
Okay.
Does
Way of
really
the Shadow.
have notes in the
I
back?
think you literally might. No, there's only 2 more things. Okay. Shadow Arts.
Shadow
Mine has lines.
Equals
equals
2 chi points to cast
to cast
darkness, comma,
darkness. Comma.
dark vision.
Like night vision?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Did they
Humans don't
both-
have that normally.
Did they both get
They
it?
both do, and you do.
Okay, good, 'cause that
she
makes-
doesn't because she's a human. But if she wants to, she could be like, and her eyes will start glowing, and she could see in the dark.
Thank God, because that's like important.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
But we're not done. There's like 4 more spells. Pass without trace.
Pass without like I turn invisible?
Not really. We'll read it.
Okay. Or silence.
And silence.
Okay.
Okay. Then, just for free, you know the minor illusion cantrip because you don't have spells normally. But see where it says cantrip? Write
Yeah.
in minor illusion.
Okay.
MINORILLUSION.
ILLUS.
This break brought to you by Coke Zero and our patrons Tricky Troy and DoD Spec Ops.
Thank you. Keep sending us miniatures.
Poison.
Oh no.
I can't drink from that now.
Cursed.
Okay, so basically that's part of your ninja thing.
Yes.
Now, a cantrip is a spell that you can cast as much as you want.
Okay.
Like there's no slots for it. You can't use it up. You could do it like every round if you wanted to.
Okay.
Minor illusion is not super powerful, but basically imagine if you can make someone hear something that wasn't there.
Yeah.
Or like, just for a brief moment out of the corner of your eye, you see like a shadow of a man in the corner. It's not really there. That's
But
your
I-
minor illusion.
I made it
Or you
so
hear
like-
somebody like laugh over there and they're like, what was that?
Like
so
you
you
can,
could
like,
like,
throw
A
your
distraction.
voice.
Yeah.
A distraction.
yeah. Or like a wall. Like, say you guys are like, we're stuck. You could put up a minor illusion of a wall.
God.
It's not moving.
It's
It
not an
can't-
actual
Yeah,
wall.
it's very simple illusions. There's a whole description. Actually, I'm gonna tell
Like
you what-
Eleven's sister from Stranger Things. The girl that her long lost sister, she could make walls appear. She could make people see things that
I
were
didn't,
Yes.
I didn't watch
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yes.
Did
Well,
you see
hers was powerful though.
Yeah.
That was not minor. That was serious illusions.
Yeah, she could
that
make
was
a whole
like,
wall.
yeah,
come
or a
up.
bridge collapse.
Yeah.
Yep. Spoilers.
Oop. Behind the scenes.
No, it's fine.
Seen it.
You create a sound or an image or of an object within range that lasts for the duration. The illusion also ends if you dismiss it. If you create a sound, its volume can range from a whisper to a scream. It can be your voice, someone else's voice, a lion's roar, beating of drums, any other sound you choose. It could be like
A whisper to
the
a
sound
scream.
of like swords.
So I could do a scream.
It can, yeah.
Oh my god.
The sound continues unabated throughout the duration, or you can make discrete sounds at different times. If you create an image of an object, such as a chair, muddy footprints, a small chest, it must be no larger than a 5-foot cube. The image can't create sound, light, or smell.
Okay.
Physical interaction reveals it to be an illusion. So if somebody goes up and they're like, wait a minute,
And
that's
they
not
could go
real,
through it.
they'll know.
Yeah.
But like at a glance, you can make it appear to be that.
That Coke
You could
bottle
at
hasn't
least-
been there the whole time.
Yeah, what if I was like, wait a minute. So that's a cool thing. So minor illusion, write down like 30 feet, comma, 1 minute. So it lasts up to 1 minute. But you could cast a
You
new
can
one.
get away.
And then that one can last
Yeah.
a minute.
It's a good.
Yeah.
And I could just
It's
can I
a
just
great-
keep doing it?
It's great for like distractions,
Mm-hmm.
or you know, like if you wanted to like distract a guard and then sneak through,
Yeah.
or
Right.
you know, scare someone away by putting something spooky in. But if you use it, it's super powerful.
Oh my god, yeah.
So that's one of your ninja powers. All right, then Shadow Step. This is the last thing. This
Here?
is the cool one. You're kind of out of room.
I'll just do it.
Maybe, yeah. This is the cool one.
Okay.
Shadow Step
Can I do it down here?
Mm-hmm. equals bonus action. Teleport from one shadow to another.
Bonus action. Teleport 1 shadow.
To another 60 feet.
60 feet.
Plus advantage on attack.
Plus vantage.
So you're in a dark dungeon. Up ahead, you see this big room. You're sneaking along in the shadows using your stealth. Across the room, you see a monster, but there's like a shadowy corner behind it, and it's like 50 feet away. You could be like, "I'll be right back." Boop, boop.
So, like, just
jump
pop
up from
up.
behind him, like stun him, and then everybody else just walks in and wails out.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna be the person kicking butt. I'm gonna be distracting people.
That's what ninjas
good.
are.
It's
Yes.
good.
Yeah, you didn't make a samurai. She's a samurai.
We're gonna
You're
be a
ninja.
really good
Yes.
team.
Yeah. I'll be like poof, and you'll be like.
Just wait until you can see what Amanda can do.
Oh my god, what can
Really?
she do?
She's an assassin.
Woo! Yes, yes, we all have our roles.
Okay, so finally, oh my god, finally, we're almost done. No, we're not. We didn't even pick out your skills. I failed.
It's okay. It's fine.
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, so
I'm
you
just too
have
powerful.
you. Did I make you write down unarmored defense?
Yes.
Because that's a thing.
Unarmored movement.
Yeah. So you also have unarmored defense. You don't need to write that down. I'll just tell you how badass that is.
Okay.
So just with clothes on, just you,
Okay.
your armor class is 10 plus 3 plus 3. Now wait, there's more. Because at level 4, you get an ability score improvement. So that actually becomes 18. So
Okay.
change that to 18. And then the plus becomes plus 4. Short.
Oh yes.
So what that means, to give you some idea, is that just walking around in clothes, you have a 3 plus 4, a 17 armor class. Write down 17. Beth, your armored character
Yeah.
with a shield, what's your AC?
18.
Okay, so just in clothes,
Okay.
you're 1 notch lower than a knight in armor.
Are you
Bro.
mad? Are you mad?
Little
That's how
mad.
monk you are.
I'm so monk.
You're
Now
so
wait,
mom.
there's more. Do you remember how I said that I wanted you, for your variant human, that you get some special things?
Yes.
You get to pick a proficiency and you get to pick a feat.
Okay. So it's
So your feat, where is this going to be? Where's feats? Second page? Yeah.
Yeah.
Features and traits, feats. Maybe it was on the first page. Just write it here. Feat, alert. F-E-A-T,
feet,
colon,
colon,
alert.
alert.
Now, under that, write down plus 5 bonus to initiative. Just write down plus 5 bonus to INIT.
Plus 5 bonus.
To INIT.
I-N-I-T.
Then another thing, you can't be surprised while you are conscious.
Okay.
Can't be surprised while conscious. Last thing, unseen creatures don't get advantage.
Creatures.
Don't get advantage. Okay, so remember I told you about disadvantage, where you have to take the lower roll?
Yeah.
Imagine that there's an invisible creature who sneaks up on your group. Now that invisible creature has an advantage because nobody sees that invisible creature.
Yeah.
Let's say that invisible creature chooses to attack Beth.
Okay.
They get advantage. So they get a 17 or a 7. They get advantage. They pick the higher of the two numbers, a 17, which is going to hit her. For you, they don't get 2 dice. They just get 1, which maybe hits. But the point is that they don't get advantage, even if they're invisible or unseen.
Okay.
Some assassin jumping out of the shadows from you normally gets advantage. Nope, not against you. They just get 1 regular attack because of alert. Now that plus 5 bonus to initiative is huge. Here's
Okay.
why. Normal people's initiative is determined by their dexterity bonus, which is plus 4, which is hardy. What's yours?
Dexterity?
Yeah, what's your initiative up here?
Oh, plus 2.
Plus 2. So you have a plus 4, plus what?
Plus 5. So 9?
You have a plus 9 initiative.
Yay!
That is stupid high.
I have a 2.
You have a plus 9. That
What
means
would
when
that-
everybody rolls initiative, here, Beth, roll initiative. Oh, okay. Here. And then the monster rolls initiative. and you add it. So Beth
One.
rolls a 1, plus 2 is 3. You have an 18 plus 9 is
I just rolled
27.
an 18.
27.
What does that
Oh,
mean?
the monster
Yay.
rolls. Oh, they got a 11. You have a 27.
Yes.
What that means is that you're almost always going to win initiative, and
Okay.
being up first gives you the opportunity to activate any of these powerful
Yes.
things, like I run up and stun, or I run up and do flurry of blows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and
Yes.
you just beat ass. There you go. Good girl. All right. So that is the power of alert, but we're not done.
Oh my.
Because monks get, now you picked out a couple proficiencies that you get based on being an urchin. You got stealth, you got sleight of hand,
Yes.
both of which are super cool and really truly fit into the whole ninja thing that you're going for. But as a monk, you also get 2 more skills that you get to choose from. 2 from these options: acrobatics, athletics, history, insight, religion, and stealth. You already have stealth, don't you?
Yes.
You have sleight of hand. Great. So I would recommend Ninja Lady, acrobatics,
Yes.
and
And
athletics.
athletics, yep.
Okay, so
That's what I
put the
was
black
thinking.
circles next to those
Okay.
because that's going to be dope.
Acrobatics and athletics.
Okay. Then you get 1 more as a variant human. You get 1 more to pick from on any of these, from anything in the list.
Okay.
Now the question is, if you look next to each one of these things, see in
They got a
parentheses,
little-
they
yeah.
got a little thing. So when you activate acrobatics, what you're going to have in this number is your dex, and because you have a black dot next to it, +3. So what's your dex? 4 plus 3 equals 7. So write down +7.
For acrobatics.
Mm-hmm. Now go down to your next proficiency. What's the next thing you had a black dot?
Athletics.
Okay, and what is your strength? Rith, -1.
Rith.
+3 equals a total of +2.
Okay.
Now, if you didn't have proficiency in that, you'd have a -1 athletics, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Especially as a ninja.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you're pretty good. Okay, but wait, there's more.
Okay.
What about the ones on the bottom?
Sleight of hand, that's dexterity.
And stealth are both dexterity. So what's that going to be?
+4. But
Plus-
+3, so 7.
Yes. So +7, +7. Now, you get 1 more to choose from being a variant human. So you could do something. Think about it.
Okay.
What do you want to do that fits in with your ninja thing?
Either deception
Okay, for bluffing or lying your way
Yeah.
out of things,
or persuasion.
Sure, any of those are good.
medicine.
Now, think about what do you have another high roll in? Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom's your second highest roll.
So insight or medicine.
Now,
or
do you know
perception.
what insight is or perception?
No.
Perception and insight are both valuable. Perception is your physical sensory awareness. Like, what do you see, hear,
Oh,
smell?
So very
Like,
heightened.
Yes.
Yeah.
The higher, the better.
Yeah.
Right? You're walking through the forest or you're sneaking into a castle. Roll perception. You hear somebody walking down the
Yeah.
hall. Insight is human perception. Like, is this dude lying? Is this dude evil? Is this dude genuinely being friendly?
I like insight. I like
It-
insight.
it's up to you. Now, I will meta for a moment.
Okay.
Minimum.
Abby has a very strong insight. Like, she has a really high insight.
Okay.
So your group doesn't necessarily need another person with high insight.
That's
Beth,
true.
what's your perception?
Perception +2.
Hmm.
My insight's +5.
See,
So,
she has
yeah.
insight. Abby has
Then-
insight. So maybe you should be the eyes of the group.
Yeah. Because in real life, I don't have a sense of smell, but in this game,
Yes,
I'll
you're
be-
a hero.
yeah, I was born without a sense of smell, just so everybody knows. So I'll be like,
That's not
Smells like-
true. You literally. Never mind.
No,
Okay.
I was.
So you have a wisdom of +3 and a proficiency bonus of +3. So if you put that into perception, you have a +6 to
Yeah.
perception, which is dope.
fill in the circle.
Everybody needs somebody to spot things, and you are the
I'll be
spotter.
like,
Okay, so now we have completed all of your human things. We've completed all of your monkly things.
yes.
Did we calculate your hit points? No.
No.
I keep forgetting things. All right.
It's fine.
Hit points are, what's your constitution bonus? 2?
2.
Okay, so we're just going to round this up. 8 plus 2 is 10 times 6 is 60. So up here, write down 60 and then draw a box around it. That's your maximum hit points. Now, if you take damage, let's say we're in a combat and I'm like, all right, Melissa, take 1 point of damage. Don't erase that, just write down like 59. See what I mean? That's what
Okay,
you got all
yeah,
that
yeah,
space
yeah.
for. Okay, let's go back to your attacks. Remember how I said write down fist but nothing else?
Yes.
So fist doesn't just mean fist. It's unarmed. Anything. Headbutt, elbow smashes, knee, kick, punch, all of your monkey kung fu
Yes.
comes down to your proficiency bonus plus your dex. So 3 plus 4. So you have a +7 to hit. Write down +7 under attack. Your damage, because you're a 6th level monk, is 1d6, which is the same as a short sword. Your fist does the same damage as a sword. So you have a 1d6, so write down 1d6 plus 4. That means like you roll to attack, right?
Yes.
Okay, you hit. Let's say you roll 1, 2, 3, flurry of blows. And all 3 of them hit. That means you're going to go like this. 6, 8, 11, plus 12 is 23 damage.
23 times.
Just for that.
Yeah, I know.
So I mean, but you could do that twice if you know what I mean. So you could do a lot of damage in a short amount of time. The biggest thing that you're going to have to remember, and you're going to have to track this, is your
You could
chi.
literally kill someone.
Yeah. So I'm going to make this box up here your chi pool, because you're going to be erasing that and changing it all the
Okay.
time. But your total for this level is 6. Now that goes up. Every level, you get another point. So at 7th level, you will have 7. At 8, 8. At 20th level, 20. Okay, did we do everything? Let me think about this. Hit
She
points,
didn't fill in
armor
those.
class. Oh yeah, we have to do the math. All right, so the rest of the math is easy. If you don't have proficiency in it, so all these other things, you just look at that,
And then
and that's the
my-
number. So
Okay.
you have wisdom, so you got a +3. So write +3 in there. You're gonna go down the list.
I'm just gonna do.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
Yes.
Monks are crazy powerful.
I did not know that. I
Let's
don't
think through this. So you have a
We've never
assassin.
run into.
You have a tiefling assassin.
Nice.
Yeah.
You have a monk. You have a human monk. You have a wood elf druid.
For my intelligence, for all of them, just -1.
Tiefling paladin.
'Cause-
Mhm.
Okay. Rip.
Yep. You are not the most book smart of people.
That's unfortunate.
But that's okay because you have other people in the party who are, in fact, highly book smart.
Good.
In fact, I think that the spread of this has actually turned out to be a very well balanced party.
Yes.
I like your choices.
Thank you. My wisdom is 5.
And interesting side note, aside from the assassin, all of you have kind of a concept that fits with like following a higher power of some kind. Like
So we all go together.
like
and,
you
like,
are divine, you're a
Yeah.
paladin, right? Like you have like the power of Vusake, the water goddess who provides you with your strength or whatever you're gonna, and then she has like the inner spirit of like enlightenment, and then the druid has like nature, and I suppose the assassin has death.
Oh my God, Satan. That's Manda, right?
She
Aren't I
is
closer to Satan?
she is you're both tieflings.
That's true. She can be like the bad tiefling, and I can be the good
Oh
tiefling.
my god, I totally
Aw.
just figured out in this very moment how I'm going to tie the whole party together. You know why?
Why?
Genius skills.
What? How are you gonna tie them together?
Tiefling
I can't
party,
tell
and
you,
you
it'll be
guys are
spoilers.
siblings. Ah!
Right, saving throws. So if you have a dot next to it, that means you +3 plus that thing. So
Yeah.
your strength is a whopping +2, better than nothing. However, your dexterity
My
is a
dexterity.
+7.
Yes, brother.
Yeah. All right, and then go through the rest of them. Since you don't,
My
you just
charisma is
add in the
+7.
modifiers. So your con modifier is +2, intelligence -1.
But she's not very pretty.
No, as I explained to Abby and Amanda, your charisma is not necessarily your physical beauty.
It's how attractive.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
thought it was, like,
it's like the
charming.
force of your personality.
Yeah, that's
right?
what I thought it was.
So you could decide. Any player could be like. Actually, here's a great example. One time, I had a character with a very high charisma, like a 17 charisma, but I
Mine's
made him
18 plus
ugly,
4.
like physically ugly, like he was scarred and had like bad
Yeah.
like a
Skin.
Yeah, but he was intimidating as hell because he had a 17 charisma. So I wouldn't even fight with him. I would like literally intimidate other people. So you can have an ugly person with like a massive charisma. You can have, or just in between.
Okay.
When I was growing up, we always equated charisma with like good looks, but that's not how the game was intended.
Okay.
I feel like
You
it's
decide what your
personality.
you decide what your character looks like. Really, it's not so much an impact on the game. Okay, so
I want to look like the monk in the book.
like her,
She's
She's
pretty.
so beautiful.
and your hands are magical
Yes.
because they do magic.
Looks like
All
a
right,
wand.
so that's it, Shorty. You're done. You're ready to play
Yay.
your powerful monk.
Good doing
And
business.
all you need to do is come up with a name, which you could do later, blah, blah, blah. Good things we're almost there.
Yay.
We're almost there. We're almost there.
Almost there.
Halfway. More than halfway there.
Whoa. All right.
Living on a prayer.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope this was enlightening and informative.
Yeah.
And we'll see you on the big table for games.
The
Bye.
big one. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.